You're right guys, it's Capcom Tom here and I am back for episode number 70 of Mission Manchester. Now we're going to start off by jumping into our trade pile. You can see that we have managed to sell two items, the Mandanda and the Boney, and if you're struggling to trade and need some ultimate team coins, go and check the link out down in the description. Now we're going to go into our first game. Our team's looking pretty beast. We did buy Vidic in the last episode, go back and watch it if you missed it. Got him for around 75,000 coins, which is a little bit less than the lowest buy now on the market and what they were all pretty much going for on bids. So we didn't get an amazing deal, but we didn't, get ripped off for anything. However, his price will probably drop as Team of the Season is going to be coming out soon, and all the packs mean that there will be just too many of him on the market, as with every other player. So, we're coming into our first game. This guy is called Sweaty Goal, and he has a 4-1-2-1-2 Serie A team. Some strong players in there, especially Chiellini and Gambari. However, Chiellini came across me early on, gave me a penalty, and I wasn't too bothered because I had actually been dominating up to this point. You see that we rockets it into the top of the net with Van Persie. He has 96 penalties. He's barely going to miss them. So there we are. We're in front. We had a great chance to go further in front. I really shouldn't have put this back inside after that. I should have taken the shot with Hernandez. Probably would have scored near post OP. And we get punished. It was a bit unlucky though. As you see the ball ricocheting off one of my players, going straight into him, and he crossed it in. And Mikeli, probably one of the smallest players on the game, managed to score. He celebrated like it was the World Cup in the 81st minute. And we definitely didn't want to be losing this game, as we need 4 points from 3 games to actually win the title for Division 2. But unfortunately it wasn't to be in this game. We did end up conceding to Mikeli again. That was some terrible defending or terrible work from Fletcher in the CDM role, as he lost the ball in our own half, and that's never good. You're always going to struggle if that happens, as your defence is all out of position. And you see there we end up losing 2-1 in the 90th minute, so that's a bit disappointing. As you can see, we do now need to score 4 points out of our 2 remaining games to actually get the division title. Only 1 to get promoted back into Division 1, so that looks pretty certain, but it is not for sure. So we're going into our next game, and we come up against what looks like a very strong team. He has the likes of Rodrigo, who's a really strong striker. He also has informed Gaitan, he has Sandro, he has Courtois in goal. It's quite a nice hybrid, actually. However, we went pretty ham on this guy. You see there early on, Van Persie, no prisoners to be taken in this game, as he scores in the 4th minute, side-footing it into the back of the net after a little over-the-top ball. Nice work from him. We then go through with Hernandez in the 34th minute. You see that we are actually through on goal, but his keeper makes a fantastic save, so we don't end up scoring from that chance. However, the resulting corner, Smalling is up there, and he is very tall, very strong. He pushes one of the players out of the way. I think that may have been Sandro at the back post that he absolutely obliterated, and we score from that chance. So now we're 2-0 up. We end up tramping this guy. Well, it wasn't really a tramp because it wasn't an open goal. We still had to beat the goalkeeper. Really should have just taken it with Van Persie, but I just wanted to make sure so that we definitely get the points. We are now 3-0 up in the 39th minute, and then we had a nice bit of work from Ashley Young, who did a skill move round 2 players and then fired it into the back of the net from outside the box. A very nice goal from him in the 70th minute, prompting a rage quit and us to win the game. That means that we only need 1 point from our last remaining game, so the pressure is not particularly on us. However, we do need to make sure we at least get a draw. Now we're back in the arena, we're doing some trading. You see that we have managed to sell 1 item, and this is going to go awful fast, guys, because I did a heck of a lot of trading here, so bear with it. There's a Bannon here that we picked up in a 4-1-2-1-2 on a buy it now, 16,500 bought him for. Trying to list him up for 23,000, and there's just tons and tons of players. First off, we have a Pierce, trying to list him up for 2,900 after buying him for 2,000. These are all bought on bids, so here we go. There's a Leandro here. We're selling him on for 9,700. Now, the reason that I'm not doing my particular method that I showed you a couple of days ago is because it's not working quite as well, because obviously a lot of you have just started using it. Means that there's a surplus of people trying to buy exactly the same players, and therefore no one is going to be able to make any profit. So I've moved away from that for a couple of days. It will die down, and that method will work in the future, so don't worry. It's just a matter of time before that actually starts happening, and you can actually make some coins off it, because I know that some of you will be like, hey, this trading method doesn't even work. When really it does. It's just you have to wait, because as soon as I release a training method, it sort of ruins the market for a bit, but it will obviously start working. The nice card here, Weston, the bronze 93 price left mid in the 3-5-2. We picked him up for 3,500, trying to sell him on for 5k. We got this Quintero in a centre forward 4-1-2-1-2. We're going to be changing his position because we will be able to sell him on for a bit more coin. You saw there the Ivory Coast centre attacking mid from Man City going up for about 1,500. We also had an informed Silva, this Gaitan, and also a Caballero. the informed goalkeeper from Malaga. So there's some good cards and some good profit to be made on them. You can see that we have already managed to sell that Western, or at least we should have done in a second once that I've put this centre forward to Cam card on Quintero. He is a fantastic player, Quintero. You can see that we bought him for 6,400. The card was about 2,300, so that makes a total of 8,700, and we're trying to sell him off for 13k, so some good profit to be made there. And as you can see now, the Western has sold already, so we should have listed him up for a bit more and tried to eke a bit more profit out of him. However, it doesn't matter, we still made profit, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So we're going to go into our last game of the episode, and we come up against a West Ham fan, and he is using a BPL team. Lots of very good, strong players in there, all English. Hart, an absolute nightmare for me, as you will see, because he was on absolute fire. There were so many chances. There was just literally chance after chance after chance after chance. I'm not going to do that for all of them because there's just too many of them. You see, as the game progresses, there's just more and more. Maybe these ones were a bit more long range, and I shouldn't have been so hopeful to score so many, but that was a blatant handball, trying to lob it over him. In the second half, we had a chance, didn't go in. Again, here's another good chance, didn't go in. Just Hart saving everything. He ended up getting a 9.6 rating overall, which is an absolute bloody nightmare. Here again, Rooney this time having a shot, and it wasn't until this moment that we actually took the lead in the 79th. A little over the top ball from Van Persie to Hernandez, and I wanted to make bloody sure that that went into the back of the net. Slowed my play down and absolutely rocketed it into the top of the net. No chance for the goalkeeper that time, and it was really the chance that we needed. Now, I was absolutely seething because he managed to get a corner here in the 90th minute. He no way deserved any goals from this game, as you'll see from the stats at the end, and we end up conceding in the 90th minute, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe. A draw would have been good enough, but we really deserved the win. Fortunately, he had a concentration lapse late on, and we managed to score in the 90th minute. So 2 90th minute goals, scripting, handicapping, whatever you want to call it, all going on there in the 90th minute, and we ended up winning. I was very, very relieved. As you can see, I'm going to put the stats on the screen now for you, and you'll see that I absolutely hammered him. There you go, 16 chances on target, 22 overall. We only had 5 on target, so I would have been absolutely raged if he had managed to get anything out of that. So we do end up taking the 3 points, which is more than enough to win us the title, and that is the end of the episode, guys. So we will be playing from Division 1 in the next episode. We'll be doing some more trading as we are leading up to the team of the season, and hopefully there's going to be some Man United players in there. Put in the comment section who you think will make it into the Man United or into the team of the season from Man United, and other than that, if you could drop the video a like, that would be amazing. But I have to leave it there, and I will see you all next time.